Chapter 17. He's clean. Gamble was standing on my doorstep. He was still in his school uniform and was holding on to his dog by his lead. The dog was really scruffy. It was long and thin with patchy fur, and one of its eyes was milky. It was straining against the lead and making a really horrible wheezing sound. "Want to hang out, mate?" said Gamble, grinning. Before I could make an excuse, the dog jumped up onto my chest and started licking my face. "Ugh, yuck." "Get it off me," I said, wiping the slobber off my cheek. I hate to say this, but its breath smelled slightly better than Gamble's. Gamble pulled the dog down and sniffed the air. "Are you eating dinner?" he asked. "I'll have some." I tried to stop him, but he pushed past me and headed towards the dining room. When I got there, Mum and Dad were staring at Gamble and the dog open-mouthed. "Oh, nice pad," he said, looking around. This is Gamble, Darren, from school," I said. "He's new." Hello, Darren," said Mum. "It's nice of you to drop in, but we don't normally allow animals inside." Gamble scratched his dog behind the ears. Don't worry about Scratchy here, he's clean." I looked at the dog and gulped. "Are you sure?" I asked. "It's licking its bottom." Yeah," replied Gamble. "It does that a lot. It's the worms, you see." My mouth went dry and my stomach began to get really shaky. I suddenly realised how Kevin, the Volcano Harrison, must feel on long-distance coach journeys. "But you let it lick my face." "I can't stop him being friendly," grinned Gamble. "Ugh, gross," I said, frantically rubbing my cheek with my sleeve. "I'll fetch some wet wipes," Mum said. As soon as she stood up, Scratchy leapt onto her chair and put his paws onto the table, shoved its head into the squidgy splodge tray of doughnuts, and dragged its tongue along all three of them. "Oh, come on," I said. "This is too much." "Oh, wow, doughnuts," said Gamble, picking one up with his filthy hand. Are you eating them?" The dog started scraping its bottom against the back of Mum's chair. "I think I'll give it a miss," I said. Not really hungry," said Dad. Brilliant," said Gamble, stuffing them into his pockets. Scratchy farted triumphantly. When Mum came back with the wet wipes and saw Scratchy on her chair, she hit the roof. Gamble was asked to leave. He wasn't bothered at all. In fact, he seemed quite used to being thrown out of places. Apart from a nasty smell, rotten eggs mixed with wet dog, all that he and Scratchy had left behind was the squidgy splodge tray. Once again, I was completely doughutless. I was gutted about what Gamble had done, but as Mum went round with the bleach spray and air freshener, I had an idea. I took the empty tray upstairs. After washing my face 6 times, I went to my room. My phone was charging on the desk. I dug it out and plugged it in when I came home earlier from school. I sat down on my bed and switched it on. Straight away, it beeped 3 times. 3 text messages in one go? Wow! That was 3 times more than I'd received in my entire life. The text messages were: Mum, from about 2 months ago, which shows how often I use my phone. Hello, darling. Just wanted to send my lovely boy a big kiss. XXX. Delete. Jane, today, at 15:35. Hi, Roman. Just a quick reminder about the money for the doughnuts. Love your girlfriend, Jane. Kiss. Delete. Jane, today at 15:37, 2 minutes later. Why haven't you replied yet? I probably should mention that if you don't bring the money, our relationship will be over. Kiss. I couldn't figure out if that was a good thing or a bad thing. Delete. I decided not to reply to either Jane or my mum. I only had £3 and 8 left of credit, and I needed almost half of it for what I was planning. When I'd seen the donut tray laying on the table, I remembered about the competition. Mum had mentioned it to Jane the other day. On the side of the tray, it said that you had to send a text to Squidgy Splodge explaining why you should win in 160 characters or less. Texts cost £1.50 each. This might seem expensive, but the winner would get a year's supply of donuts. For me, a year's supply would be loads, maybe a gazillion tons or something. This meant it was definitely good value for money. I sat on my bed for about an hour, writing, deleting, and changing my text until I was happy with it, and it fit the 160 characters. In the end, I went with, I just want to eat Doughnut, but been stung by fish, told off for feeding fat rodent and forced to buy Doughnut for OAPs. My GF's a pig and I may have dog's bum worms in my mouth. Please help. I wasn't sure if it made sense, but it felt important to get everything in there. I needed the judges to feel sorry for me. Taking a deep breath, I pressed send. I nervously fiddled with the phone. This was my big chance. The last 2 days had been awful, but maybe whoever read the text would realise this and know that I deserved those doughnuts more than anyone else on the planet. Surely no one else would have a hard-luck story like mine. I had to win. I imagined the van. No. The lorry. No. The fleet of jumbo jets bringing me my year's supply of doughnuts. Me ripping open the first box, stuffing the delicious balls of joy into my mouth. Sitting there on a mountain of used trays covered from head to toe in crumbs and beep beep. Yes. A text from Squidgy Splodge. That was quick. They must have loved my message and decided immediately that I was the winner. I opened it excitedly. Then my face dropped. Sorry, you're not the winner. Please try again and keep enjoying the great taste of Squidgy Splodge. And that was that. I'd failed. I flopped back onto bed.